welcome back to my channel. I've gotten a lot of requests from you guys on doing a video on my vitamins and supplements, so I figured I would do a quick video telling you all about the vitamins that I take on the daily. I've done my own research based on different things with my life, having no gallbladder, living in the Pacific Northwest. I encourage you to do your own research, look into different vitamins that you may need. I also encourage you to try to get as many vitamins as you can from whole foods. A vitamin is not going to just fix everything. You can't have a really crappy diet and not work out and treat your body like shit and then just think you can take a vitamin and feel better. So, you know, I noticed that if I don't take my vitamins, it's not like I feel like I didn't take them. I just know that it's like an insurance policy to make sure that everything's running smoothly. But what really makes me feel the best is eating clean for the most part, limiting my processed foods, limiting sugar, limiting fried foods, you know, just eating as much fresh whole foods as possible, drinking my Shakeology, which is a supplement protein and superfood shake that provides me with superfoods and nutrients that I can't just get in my diet, and then working out and drinking a ton of water. Okay, so first of all, because I live in the Pacific Northwest, I take vitamin D. This is a D3K2 blend. I took a holistic nutrition workshop a couple years ago, and all I remembered and I wrote down was K2, get the K2 because it helps the D3 absorption. It's oil-based, so it just comes out in this like dropper, and I don't count out the drops, but I usually put probably like 3 to 4, like a little squirt under my tongue, and then I just let it like sit there for a second to absorb. And I take my vitamins with a bunch of water first thing in the morning, but usually right before I'm gonna eat a meal because I wanna make sure that I'm eating it with food. I don't have a sensitive stomach, so everybody's different with that. But anyway, so the K2 helps you absorb D3. Apparently, it's a very underrated vitamin. It's very important for making sure that D3 gets absorbed, but also calcium and magnesium. Poor diets, like our food isn't grown the same anymore. Antibiotics have been blocking the absorption of calcium and magnesium, and K2 found in a lot of fermented foods, which I know as a culture we don't eat a ton of. I think as a society in general, we're lacking K2, and that's adding to a lot of issues. So as a woman, I'm very concerned with bone density. I don't want to get osteoporosis. It's not just about taking calcium though. It's also about strengthening our bone. Any kind of strength training that we do strengthens, those muscles help strengthen our bone. Our bones are in place. They're not gonna get smaller or anything unless you get a disease, but they actually can get stronger and more dense when you have more muscle. Bones actually get weaker the weaker you get. So I thought that was very interesting. And some strength training was a very big motivator for me to continue as a woman because I want to live a long life and have healthy bones. Don't want to fall down and break a leg. So vitamin D, very, very important for immune system, mood, but also the K2 helps absorb a lot of other vitamins that you need. With that, I have calcium and magnesium. I got this from Thrive, not endorsed by Thrive Market, but they do have some great deals. I take it every day. Like I said, I still try to make sure that my diet is good. It doesn't mean you have to drink a lot of milk. A lot of people have this misconception that you drink a ton of milk to get calcium. And yes, milk has calcium, but so does a lot of leafy vegetables. And if you're not taking care of yourself, it doesn't matter if you drink a bunch of milk. So the magnesium is also really good for stress, sleeping, muscle cramps. That was one of the reasons why I made sure to get the magnesium, is because as I started lifting weights, I started getting more cramps, especially in my legs as I slept. I read a lot about how that could be a lack of potassium, electrolytes, or magnesium. So I make sure that I have those all, and I've noticed a big improvement. Speaking of which, I have potassium here. And a lot of these will say to have more than one a day. So this is one capsule 1 to 5 times a day. I usually just have 1 pill a day. Like some will say have up to, 3 or 5, and I'm trying to stretch it out to make it last longer. I'm like, if I have 1, it's better than nothing, right? So the potassium, this says that it supports electrolyte balance and proper muscular contraction. So again, helps with muscle cramps. Anything that I can do to help support my muscular system, I'm all about. I guess bananas have a lot of potassium, but I eat bananas every day, almost every day in my shake, and I was still having muscle cramps. So once I started taking the magnesium and potassium, I noticed a difference. Wilson Fish Company, or what is it? Wild Caught Fish, and they have it, so a fish oil supplement for omega-3s. Omega-3s are good, omega-6s are not. I guess we need them both. They're really good for skin, eye, brain, you know, they're good. We need fats. We need fats to live. Omega-3s are better than 6s. Most Americans get 15-to-1 omega-6s over 3s. 3s are going to be in fish, but also in seeds. So like flax, chia. Omega-6s are vegetable oils. They're not bad, but as a society, we eat so much food that's processed or frozen or fried in general, and with fast food and stuff in general, most Americans get way too many omega-6s. So it's important to make sure that you are limiting the junk food, but making sure that you're increasing your omega-3s any way that you can. So with seeds, nuts, and fish, or you can take a supplement. And I noticed that when I used to try to do low-fat diets, I felt horrible, and I just like never felt good. Once I started eating healthy fats like avocado, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, and started taking omega-3s, I noticed a difference. I just feel like more energy. I just feel like I can concentrate more. I don't feel as deprived, and I just feel like more satiated and full. So I think healthy fats are very, very important, and they're so good for your skin and hair. If you are vegan and you don't want to take fish oil, I understand. So you can get something like this. This stays in the fridge, and it's actually a blend after I just said 6s are bad. It's a blend of 3, 6, and 9. So this is fine, but like, I mean, I don't eat a lot of fast food or processed food, so it doesn't hurt me to have the 6s. This is a blend of, okay, so this is flaxseed oil, sunflower seed oil, sesame oil, organic coconut oil, primrose seed oil, rice bran oil, and oat bran oil. So it's just a mix of different oils that are important for your body. Vitamin C, important all the time. It's so important for our immune system. You always hear about people wanting to have vitamin C when they're sick, but I take this every day to strengthen my immune system and avoid getting sick, because that's a better approach in my opinion. I don't drink orange juice. I don't have a ton of citrus in my diet, so I think it's important for me to take, this is from a raw vitamin C source. Vitamin C is also really important for collagen production, so you'll see a lot of people talking about vitamin C for like your skin, and so we are, you know, our skin is what we eat, so I ingest it because I also want my skin to look good and I want to not get sick. The most disgusting sounding one, ox bile. Ew, why would anyone take ox bile? Okay, so if you suffer from any kind of digestive issues, basically bile helps you break down fat. So you can take ox bile to help you with digestion. It also helps with gallbladder stones. So if you have any kind of digestive issues, especially around your gallbladder, I highly recommend looking into ox bile. Apparently it's taken from, it's not vegan, it's actually taken from oxes and cattle because it's the closest to the way we, I guess, produce our bile. So it's extracted and somehow dried, and you can take it, I take one a day, but you can take it with every meal. The reason why I take it though is because I don't have a gallbladder. I had it removed about 7 years ago. I wish that I would have done more research and learned more about it. Mine went from 0 to 100 so fast. By the time I felt my first gallbladder attack, it was so excruciating and horrible that within a month I had to have emergency surgery to get it out. So I had stones, but they weren't passing, and then my gallbladder just got so like inflamed, and at that time I just wanted them to take it out. And they didn't really explain to me the risks. They didn't really talk to me about how they were removing a whole part of my digestive system. They didn't talk to me at all about changing my lifestyle or my diet or drinking or anything, because at that time I did not eat well. I drank too much. I had so much stress at that time in my life. I believe that I manifested it from stress and just toxicity in my life mixed with a poor diet. Also, it was right after I had my son, So I'd never been that emotionally unstable, and a lot of women get it after they have children. I was looking into a high-fat, low-carb keto diet when I found this girl on YouTube and was watching her videos, and she was talking about gallbladders, how you need them to digest fat, and how if you've had your gallbladder removed, it's a lot more difficult to do a high-fat, low-carb keto diet, and how you really should be taking supplements like ox bile. And she said it in this way that was so like, oh yeah, I'm sure your doctor told you. And I was just like tears, because no, my doctor never told me. Nobody ever told me. I just continued to eat the way I had before, and I would have these phantom attacks from time to time. One time I even went to the hospital. It was so bad. And I explained how the attack still felt like it was in the same spot as my gallbladder. And my doctor basically looked, or the surgeon or the doctor, it wasn't really my doctor, looked at me like I was insane and told me that was impossible, and it was in my head. And I was reading a lot about phantom gallbladder pain, about the way that the bile comes out of this like sphincter thing. I don't know what it's really called, and how it so if you consume too much fat, your body isn't producing enough bile, and it can actually cause a lot of discomfort and pain and cramping. So once I started taking care of myself, even before I found ox bile, by the way, I started drinking Shakeology, which has digestive enzymes in it, and I changed my diet, and I started drinking more water, and I started eating less fatty foods, or just eating healthy fat in appropriate amounts of time. Instead of not eating all day and then eating a huge meal, I would, you know, eat smaller meals through the day. And I changed my lifestyle, and the phantom attacks went away. And I know it has to do with changing my diet, and it has to do with drinking Shakeology because of the digestive enzymes. And then once I found out about ox bile, I realized that this is something that I need to continue to take, because I'm gonna still eat fat, and I want to make sure that I'm digesting it properly. From what I've read, anyone can take it. You just want to watch the dose that you take, because some people will experience indigestion or diarrhea if they take too much. I usually just take one a day. And this on top of Shakeology, I feel like, and a healthy diet is enough for me. All right, well, I hope you guys found that helpful and informative. I hope it inspires you to take care of yourself on any level, whether it's vitamins, whether it's getting enough sleep, whether it's drinking enough water, or just eating healthy. Anything that you can do, all these things work together. So I hope it helped you guys. Thanks so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps my channel and all that stuff. Okay, bye.